I don't know if Ultramantis is done with Tim Donst, as he's telling Hallowicked, he's telling Nemesis.
Here we go!
Here comes Ultimo Ant. Here comes Cheeseburger. Here comes Eric and Leigh. It's all breaking down. Trying to get revenge on Nemesis. Here comes Travis Huckabee, a fist. Some semblance of control. And here comes
Callux.
Big Callux.
Rolling right into our main event, I guess. No introductions needed.
Atomicos action. They are ready to face Hallowicked Nemesis, representing the Death Riders. Here comes Wheeler Yuta. And it's all breaking down, Atomicos action.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event.
All what we see here, what you folks at home are seeing, but I feel there's going to be action all over the building here, and we are starting off with Wheeler Yuta and Cheeseburger officially at the bell of this contest.
Yeah, this is going to be under Lucha rules. Rolling out to the floor will be just as good as a hand-to-hand tag in this one. Both of these individuals just throwing hands. Uppercuts from Cheeseburger across the chest, across the jaw of Wheeler Yuta.
And we talk about different people's transformations from the partner on the outside and Nemesis, but the transformation of Wheeler Yuta over the last 5 years has been nothing short of, and again, I'll say it, successful for him, but disappointing for me. I remember that young kid playing the steel drum on the streets of Philadelphia with a smile on his face. Scott, I'm going to ask you, when do you think the last time Wheeler Yuta smiled was?
I haven't seen a smile out of Wheeler Yuta, and almost getting caught there. I mean, he carries the weight of the Death Riders. He can't go back to the Death Riders with a loss here to Cheeseburger.
Right, and again, you got some odd partnerships here with a member of Fist, members of the Spectral Envoy, and members of the Death Riders, like you mentioned. To even see Wheeler Yuta team up with these, and it comes down to one thing, and that is the respect that he has for Hallowicked, one of his trainers, getting the pass for the day from the Death Riders to come here to Philadelphia. And these, oh, come on.
Wheeler Yuta wants no part of Big Callux.
And you are right, and Big Callux wants nothing more than to put a smile on the face against his will, ripping the face of Wheeler Yuta apart. And I gotta think that's the reason Big Callux strapped on the spandex one more time here, but he's gonna mix it up with one of the most deadly competitors in all of professional wrestling.
Oh, Halloweeny chat here from the Power Pro Lucha audience. And it's really the mind games of the crowd having an effect here on Hallowicked.
You know, we talked before about how much the crowd was able to rally behind Eli Isom in his match before with Bear in Mind. And you can see the effect that it's having here against the Rudo team led by Hallowicked.
Big Callux, I know how bad he wanted to get back in between those ropes. And now he's in there with Hallowicked. And it looks like Big Callux hasn't lost a step, that having no effect on the big chest of Big Callux. Big Callux is so big he doesn't even know what lowercase is. No effect. Big Callux just absorbing those shots from Hallowicked.
And Big Callux, again, you could tell he is having fun here tonight, but...
Caught by the stem. Hallowicked trying to just casually walk out of this. Gets caught by Big Callux. One shot sends Hallowicked flying back into the turnbuckles.
Getting ready, big head of steam here. Big squisher from Big Callux.
A big man with big momentum, big impact.
Oh,
that's a math equation.
There's going to be a receipt for those chops from before, even though they had no effect.
Oh! I think I felt that from over here.
And Big Callux hurt his own hand on that one. How much force do you think he's swinging with?
Well, if anyone's going to hurt Big Callux, it's Big Callux. He's the strongest man in it. Up and over goes Hallowicked. Dodges the lariat. Big collision. Just running through Hallowicked. Get down, Diamond. He's firing the guns.
And I want to let you know, Hallowicked, no small man in his right. And he went for a crossbody, and he bounced off Big Callux like a squash ball on one of the courts downstairs.
Tag made. Ultimo Ant legal now. Getting in there with Travis Huckabee.
Saying that with a little twang, are you?
A little bit of twang in there. The Murder Hornet going one-on-one with the Ant.
The lone representative of Fist here tonight, and members of the Fist taking on members of the Colony. Modern-day Hatfield and McCoys in Philadelphia Northeastern Wrestling.
The outfielders are here. Big shot there. It's just these two throwing hands. And now Ultimo trying to control the arm, but great transition there. But again, sliding out. These two know each other very well, trained together.
You called him.
And caught is Travis Huckabee.
You called him the Murder Hornet. He's also been known as the Golden Grappler, but Travis Huckabee, one of the best pound-for-pound mat wrestlers in all of professional wrestling. Ultimo Ant, one of my favorite dudes, not just in wrestling, just period. I love this dude. Oh, and look at that, just grabbing a handful and 10.
Yeah. A big scissors chop there. And I want to call this out. That I noticed that Travis pulled one of his shots. He's got a brace around one of his fingers.
Oh, let me get a look at that. I didn't even notice. Good eye on you there, Scott.
Yeah, you can see it right there. He's maybe coming in here with a finger injury. I believe that's Travis's favorite finger.
And again, a finger injury. I wouldn't put it past him to have something in that.
And now, Spectral Envoy working as a unit here. Trying to isolate Ultimo Ant. Wait, bit of a miscommunication there. Ultimo Ant coming in with the monkey flip.
Sending him all the way across the ring here, and now Travis Huckabee in the wrong part of town.
Cheeseburger in and flying in. Looks like they took some notes to try to give Travis a taste of his own medicine, but out of the way. Big girl Erica Leigh trying to hook the shoulders. It's a tarantula. And now Big Callux flying in. No way for Travis to defend himself in that position. Hooking the leg. Somehow Travis staying in this. What an onslaught. And Travis just survived.
We are seeing some great teamwork here, some great strategy out of the Technico side of things. Erica Leigh now there with a series of kicks and shots. Oh, and a big clothesline on
Travis
Huckabee.
For the ride. Another big clothesline.
And with the change in lineup that we saw with Frightener being out, I don't even know what. Mantis said that he had the West Nile diphtheria. I'm not really sure, but out.
It sounded bad.
Ooh.
With the bridge, shoulders down. Travis out at 2. But you're right that they have a different team that they were expecting here. They have Nemesis, who again wrestled earlier tonight.
Right, for sure, and against no slouch in his own right. Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. I went during intermission, checked the locker room. His bag's there untouched. No one knows where he is. They haven't seen him since he got pulled out through that side door.
Covered.
Cheeseburger now.
Only good for 2. You gotta admire the body control of a guy like Cheeseburger. Master in that ring.
Cheeseburger, one of the most respected trainers in all of professional wrestling, gets a fantastic reaction wherever he goes. One of the most beloved people in and out of the ring. Even so much so, he's Jushin Liger's favorite wrestler. How do you like them apples?
Yes, he's got that palm strike gifted to him by Jushin Thunder Liger.
Travis Huckabee desperately needs to make a tag to a fresh competitor on the Envoy Fist Death Riders contingent over there.
Wrapping up Travis, floating through, but blocked. Travis had it scouted.
Well, as in a lot of that European style that you're going to see that Cheeseburger implements, Travis Huckabee's been trained in the same things, and you saw him put a stop to those shenanigans, as he'll call them, on a Cheeseburger.
Yeah, both study that world of sports style, but lands on his feet. Travis Huckabee making sure that I compliment that amazing backflip, but catches that back heel. Nemesis going to be in there now.
If I was Nemesis, I would have stayed out of this match as long as I could, but he is just absorbing those shots from Cheeseburger.
Sweeping the leg. Cheeseburger down. Spinning back kick. Nemesis trying to hook both arms. Gets him with that butterfly. And now going back to the arm, but quickly looking for the escape. Cheeseburger grabbing the ropes, but finds himself in not a friendly corner as Wheeler Yuta now just teeing off on Cheeseburger.
The despicable things that, oh yeah, great, where'd you get that from, pal?
Yeah, he knows the rules, it turns out. But distracting the referee, Travis Huckabee, Hallowicked going to work on Cheeseburger. Some fashion chips from the crowd here telling Wheeler Yuta to go to Vinny's barbershop. Loud sponsor.
I was going to say, I think Vinny would give him 20% off if he wanted to style up whatever that is that he has on his head and face.
Did you see that? He kept Cheeseburger up in that vertical suplex into the cover, but he kept him up to a count of 80, according to Travis. Impressive strength.
Yeah. Side salto here, perhaps. Oh, I knew the backbreaker by Hallowicked.
And holding on, no escape for Cheeseburger.
Again, I don't know how things are going to work out. I would definitely see, just from experience-wise, Hallowicked definitely the captain of his
into the cover.
But I would guess that Cheeseburger, just from his experience and the respect that he has in professional wrestling as the captain of his team, smart strategy here, taking out the captain, taking out the leader of the team, trying to wear him down. You could take him out of the contest. The Technico showed some great strategy before, and you got to think that Cheeseburger was the one taking that ball and running with it here, but fighting back is Cheeseburger. Never count him out, ever in a million years.
Hallowicked finding the dodge, and again going to that backbreaker, trying to pick apart Cheeseburger. And now tag made. Travis is going to come back in. Cheeseburger's been in there for quite a bit without making a tag.
And taking a beating as well.
And now look at just the angle that the knee and the ankle is twisted there on Cheeseburger. And now capturing the fingers. Small joint manipulation out of Travis Huckabee.
You mentioned before, Scott, about whatever that finger thing going on there is, that brace that he has. Again, not sure if he's coming into this with an injury. I'm going to speculate that there's something. The referee needs to check that. He keeps fiddling with it.
Another tag made. Wheeler Yuta is legal now. Into the cover.
And with every kick out, with every counter, with every escape, you see the members of the Rudo team keeping a hold of the wrist, keeping control of Cheeseburger. He might have kicked out, he might have gotten out of the hold, but he ain't getting away that quickly.
Yuta looking for another vertical suplex. Out the back door goes Cheeseburger, standing switch by Yuta. Through the legs goes Burger. Burger's so hard to keep a hold of, getting driven back into enemy territory.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that Cheeseburger does have. He's a little shorter, he's a little smaller stature, but he has been putting on a lot of weight, a lot of mass, muscle. And that has been helping his in-ring game, but I definitely think it's going to slow down what you mentioned, that ability to escape, that ability to slide away and get away from his opponents in situations like this. Hopefully it's going to pay off for him in the long run. Right now it's not working because Huckabee's got him in control.
Cheeseburger trying to escape from under the knee of Travis Huckabee. Travis tried to wipe out all of Cheeseburger's allies. Jawbreaker there by Cheeseburger. Trying to make the tag.
The long arms of Callux. Big arms, big everything.
Not able to make that tag. Cheeseburger fighting for his life right now. Trying to get through the legs. But Travis picks the ankle. Dragging Cheeseburger back to the center of the ring. Great counter. Snapdragon. Cheeseburger got to try to will his body to roll towards his corner and make that tag. Big Callux is waiting for it. He's waiting for it. Tag is made. Here comes Big Callux.
And a big house of fire and some big chops for everyone.
Battling in there with Nemesis and Hallowicked. Callux got them both goozled. Double choke slam. Yuta though up high, big double axe handle. And this is what I've been waiting for. These two got into this business together, trained together, and now facing off in the main event here at Powerbomb.
And I mentioned before, how long has it been since Wheeler Yuta has smiled? You mentioned as well,
into the cover.
These two were friends. Emphasis on were.
Ooh, so close there.
Gotta think Big Callux wants a victory here tonight for his team, but how much more sweet it would be to pin his former friend, the man he no longer recognizes in Wheeler Yuta. We're seeing a lot of that here on the Ultra Mantis Fist Spectral Envoy side of things.
Travis rushing in there. Everybody getting their shots in on Big Callux right now.
Oh my!
Wow, look at the power of Nemesis. And now Yuta, they're looking for the rocket launcher.
I hate when they say fast.
Big dog pile.
It's the rocket
Callux,
launcher.
did you see that? Callux just threw a mass of humanity off of him.
Dog piled 4 people high on top of Big Callux after the rocket launcher. But the power of Lucha Libre flows through the veins of Big Callux, and he is still in this one.
But Psycho knee on the button. Trying to roll out of the ring. You look for Shote. Who gets caught? No. What a counter by Cheeseburger. It's that double arm DDT. But rolls out. That makes Hallowicked legal.
Hallowicked looking, I'm sure, for that. Nope. One more time. Sidewinder, I thought. Up onto the shoulders.
Go to Sleepy Hollow. But maybe took a little too much time. Ultimo Ant in.
Oh, and again to the antenna.
He's got him up. Drives him face first into the canvas. But again, rolling out of the ring. Leigh coming up from behind. The big girl. Turning it around.
Whoa!
What a lariat. It's absolute chaos here.
What she got in mind?
Got the double underhooks. Plants him center of the ring.
These two have a history. Makowski, I keep saying it, Nemesis. Leigh on that match at the last event.
Don't let Nemesis hear you call him.
No, listen, I hope he doesn't watch back.
Big belly to belly overhead. Big Callux ruling the ring like he had never stepped away.
I was gonna just say, like he never missed a step. What's he got in mind here?
Callux sizing up Hallowicked. What? He can't be thinking this. Callux looking to fly here. Unalive dive through the ropes, wiping out everybody.
They're gonna have to peel these people off the floor with a spatula here.
This is not hyperbole. I felt the building shake from over here on that impact. Everybody's down, but Travis Huckabee and Ultimo Ant somehow managing to drag their carcasses into the ring.
You gotta think the force of that. They were on the outside of the pile. They got thrown the furthest, and they are in the ring. And the never-ending rivalry between Fist and the Colony continues here.
He's got him again.
He's going for that modified cutter one more time.
Trying to roll him up. Travis keeping the shoulders out. Headbutt to the midsection, it looks like there. And he's looking for the Blu-ray into the corner.
Oh, and he spiked him.
Into the cover. Everyone was wiped out. Travis Huckabee picking up the pin.
Winners, the team of Nemesis, Hallowicked, Travis
Wheeler Yuta picking up the victory here. The crowd disappointed here at Power Pro Lucha Powerbomb.
And the Rudos very happy with the way that this one turned out for themselves.